Are we really recording?
We're recording. We're at 3 seconds.
2 seconds.
5, 6, go.
Hi,
Hi,
FlossTube.
Floss. Let's try again.
Right.
Hi,
Hi,
FlossTube.
Hi. So we're the Bougie Stitchers, and we are back for episode number 12.
New Year's Day. I hope it all found you well.
I know. Everyone's stuck. Are you ready?
I'm good.
All
yes.
right. I'm Jenny.
I'm Nancy, and I'm off screen.
Oh, so you said you could be on the dot.
You can be on the dot, but you can't be like, yeah. Like, yeah.
All right. We still have Christmas decorations up. They're coming down tomorrow. When are you taking yours down?
Well, normally I have them down by the 26th, but I have to
yeah.
buy a tote, and I don't like to go to Walmart right now, so.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? All right. Well, mine are coming down tomorrow. Lots of adventures here. We had a big water leak in our house last night, so.
And she got Jack.
And I got Jack. So when he wakes up from his puppy nap, he will be in. And Bobbie, I told my husband we should not do this in the wintertime. We should not do this in the wintertime because there's little bladders, cold weather. It was negative 20 this morning, and Jack had to go out and go potty. And my husband did it. Bless his heart, because I sure the heck wasn't. But
He is the cutest little charcoal lab.
He is a charcoal lab, and he will make his grand appearance here when he wakes up from his nappage. So,
His cousin dog was a jerk to him at Christmas.
Well, his cousin dog is an older dog and likes his space. And
No, but I have a funny to tell you. As we're getting ready to go, I'm like, buddy, you could go with me if you weren't such a jerk. And no joke, that word, like, I've never, like, we don't use that word very much. So he crawls back down on the couch. I'm not kidding. Like, you knew what I was talking to him, right? He crawls back down, puts his back towards me, and he just sits there and looked at me. Like, kept looking over the corner. I'm like, yes, you are a jerk, and you're staying here. Well, because he was.
I know, but he was a new puppy. And anyways, on Christmas, Jack found his little voice. All the adult dogs were outside. He had about 20 minutes of free time before he went back into his kennel, and he barked. It was the
funny.
time he barked. I think it scared him more than it did anything. But
I think what was funny is Jenny's like, no, he hasn't barked at anything.
He's barked once, and then that was twice, and then he hasn't barked since. But all right, let's start with our moment of gratitude. You want to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my moment of gratitude is just the people we meet, such as our friends. And even if we weren't your cup of tea and you chose to leave, I'm just thankful for you as well, because I think it kind of molds who we are. And I guess what kind of sparked that is my first friend, Renee, posted on Facebook, like, tell me how I met. And I normally don't do those kind of things, but I'm like, so Renee has hearing problems. And so communication to begin with was kind of a little rough. But she was on my swing set. And I remember, I wasn't a bully, but I was going to go tell her she was on my swing set. And we became instant friends. I mean, she's been in and out of, for different reasons out of our lives. But I'm just thankful for friends, the people that touch us and inform who we are.
So I don't know that Renee, we grew up with, Renee was our next door neighbor with her brothers, Keith and Kirk. And Kirk and I were in the same grade, and Keith was I think 2 years older, maybe a year older, 2 years older than us, Kirk and I, and then Nancy and Renee were in the same grade, and then David rounded out because David's a year younger than, just a year and a few months younger than Nancy, our brother. And then Donna and Ken kind of were like second parents to us, because we trade kids, we spent a lot of time over with Ken and Donna. Ken, I think, carried me when I got stitches in my head. We were out digging snow forts. Anyway, so I think friends become family, and especially in the military, when we don't have our immediate family, like, side by side, and you need that helping hand. And what I think is great about the Renee and her family is, it doesn't matter. We always just fall right back in step.
Absolutely.
So that's a good one. So mine was like family time. You just never know, and to cherish that time you get to spend with your loved ones. And I don't know why, but Betty White's passing yesterday just tore me up. But to know that she graced this world for 99 years, almost 100.
2 weeks short of 100.
2 weeks short of 100. Just to have the grace to go forward and to cherish that time with your family and your friends. So I guess they kind of tie together, and just to be together and take, sometimes you just never know when you need to take that extra minute and just say, hey, I'm thinking about you today. And so, and to give grace where grace is needed. Like sometimes, when you're with your loved ones, sometimes you just show your best ass, and you know, sometimes you need to be forgiven for that. And sometimes you just need to say, I'm sorry, I did that. So that led to nothing other than the fact that I know sometimes I'm tired and I have to put myself to bed. I'm like, I have to go take a nap because I'm being a bitch. So I know that. So some family time, and when you're together and tensions are not high, but you're busy and you're tired, just recognize that. So family time, and to have the grace to go forward. So do you have a year for 2022? Everyone seems to have a word. A word.
Like
about
a year. Yeah. We have 2022, Jenny.
I totally skipped 2022 last night in our family text message and said I can't wait to bring in 23. Totally 300.
No word.
I don't either, but I'm gonna keep learning to be my best me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, do you have an FFO?
Sadly, no.
No, but I had high hopes because
Me too. And you're gonna hear my grump here in a minute.
Oh, I had high hopes, but I just didn't get that done. We spent a lot of time together though with family, and my oldest is still here. Puppy training. That's a lot of what we're doing right now. But so let's do our FOs. What do you got for an FO?
I actually have quite a bit of FOs.
I want to start with my pincushions.
Then
can we start with pincushions?
that's out of order.
I know, but I owe you a picture because I didn't post your last pincushion.
Yeah.
I forgot.
And you didn't post so happy. The finished product. Remember we talked about that as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I owe a couple pictures. I'm gonna write that down while she's getting her pincushion out. So the recipient loves it, and I knew they would. Being so happy, and your pincushion. So we're in this pincushion exchange. Our friend Donna, we've talked about it. I will have just a reminder that, you know, it doesn't have to be cross stitch, but it's something Nancy and I enjoy. And I received mine, and I loved it. So the lady who sent mine, this is what she did.
Did she know you liked buttons?
I don't know, but
that's awesome
perfect
for you.
But so it says peace, love. It's snowflakes and red dots, and she mounted it. I just love this thing, so it's always gonna. But I did 6. I did 6 pincushions to get. I ended up sending her 2 because I felt ridiculous. So if my first pincushion is reach. I made this thing, and it was I didn't know these aren't her colors. But this thing is obnoxious.
You could throw that at somebody.
It's as big as my head. I was like, no one wants a pincushion. But it was, it's just made with 5-inch squares. And so I cut it down and I sent her one made out of 4
You didn't even sew it.
I didn't even sew it because I don't know if I'm committed to it, but I probably am. Just leave it out here to be fun. Because when I'm in a red mood, I'll put the red side up.
There you go.
And when I'm in a yellow mood, I'll put the yellow side up. But anyways, I made 2 of those. And then I made 4 of these little pinwheel cushions.
That's cute, Jenny.
Yeah, so this one I'm going to keep for me. But you can have your pick of these 2.
Trees.
I figured.
Thank you, Jenny.
And then I'll just probably take this one in for Mom. But you gave me this material. Do you recognize it?
I do.
Very good. So I'll probably take that one to Mom.
And the one that I got is Judy. And I worried her a little bit because I always worry that, I missed something because I'm like, I got to get going on February's or March.
Yeah, let me just tell you, we'll talk about Quilt Chicks here. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to tell you about Nancy and Quilt Chicks.
Okay. But anyway, so I posted, I'm like, hey, I don't remember what I posted, something about have we done the exchange yet?
Yeah, Donna's like, pump your brakes, pump your brakes.
But I thought it was a maple leaf, which I really like as well, but it might be a fox. Hopefully I can get this off of here. Look, it's a little fox.
What did the fox say? Ding, 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 ding.
We'll stop. We should stop while we're ahead.
We're ahead all day too now.
We should stop while we're ahead.
All right, so let's talk about...
So thank you to my person, Judy. Yes, thank you.
Yes, Rhonda was mine, and she was spot on. All right, let's talk about our finishes.
Okay, I have a few finishes, so...
I have 2. You have 3.
That's a lot for me.
It is a lot. Well,
they're all small, though, to be 100% honest with you. So my first one is for my dough bowl, and it's Baby Jesus.
So are you going to keep working on this dough bowl project, like on Christmas, like to keep it going?
Well, I knew this year there was no way I was going to have it done.
Right, but you've got quite a...
But I have it on my WIPGO board.
Oh, very good. We'll talk about WIPGO too. So that was the Christmas Just Cross Stitch magazine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice finish. I like it when Pam and Steph go, ding.
That's on 32.
Ooh, look at you graduating to the big girl stuff. All right, well, I'll go one while you're doing that. You pull your next one out. So I did Little Red Bird by the Little Stitcher.
Oh, the cardinal.
My husband loves cardinals. I was like, I'm gonna get this done and put it in my dough bowl along with my Jolly, and I did not get that done, but here she is.
That's cute.
He. It's a he because it's all red. But this is on 32 count too. 32 count. I think I did all the called for colors. Yes, it's on 32 count Lugana Platinum is what I stitched it on.
So one of my other finishes, and there's quite a story on that. For the first time, I used 28 count even weave. I didn't think even weave was like.
It's like linen, only it's all instead of being...
But it's like Ada.
No, well, yeah, I guess, except you got to count over 2 because it's like linen.
But the difference, I guess, what I see the difference is they all line up.
Yeah, right, correct.
Making
that's
it
a
even weave, right?
That's why the even weave.
I thought I knew that, but
it's not like
no.
Ada, because Ada you just go over 1, right?
Right.
Right. Okay, right. Just gonna smack you in a minute.
Yeah. So I finished Village Church. And
which one's that in? Was that out of the
that's
same
out of,
magazine?
yeah, that's what I checked.
Just cross stitch.
So here's the finish.
You left a finger at your house, you know that.
Oh, I did. I did.
That's right. I'll get it next time.
But look at but I have to like do a confession. This was my first start, and I don't know if I was tired or whatever, but that dang stained glass window could not come out. And so instead of fighting it, I'm like, I will just start on this end. Except for I really should have done a little bit better planning because it was pretty dang close. Because it's
Well, that's easy to take out.
Oh, by all means. But you know when you're like getting up there and I'm getting to the church, which is on top, I'm like, I'm getting very close.
That's cute. Super cute. All right, so we talked about my travels at the beginning of December. So the cookie exchange. These were the cute little things that was part of the set, the stitch along by Hands On Design. Anyways, I got this really cool blue material. It didn't sing to me when I went to put the stuff together. So this is what I've done. This was what I was hoping to have finished because I also did get the board. And I think I showed that last time, but
oh, the red one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it, but I did this cookies, and you can't really see it. Maybe not.
What are you trying to look for?
I'm trying to show around my cookies how I did that.
Oh, they
border.
can see it. Yeah, it's 2 colors.
Yeah, so I did red and green.
That's
because I wanted only to find out there's a variegated, and one of my exchange people, my Secret Santa, she sent me the variegated one. I really worked too hard on that, but I had fun doing it. And then I'm going to cut these out and make little stuffings with them. I don't know what that word meant, stuffings. And then here is my finish. Oh. Can you see? It's on black, so is that better?
That's better. Up a little bit.
So that was what I finished. I did a lot of monogamous, is that the word we're looking for, stitching this time. Like I just was working on a project and I just kept working on it. And I found that I kind of liked it. You know, you start and you could stop and you could see progress instead of it becoming an overwhelming thing in a plastic bag. So project bag.
I'm really sorry, my really big head. When I left this morning, I had to, once I wear a hat, my hair does not like bounce back like some of you ladies that are very lucky. Right. So it's like so I have to leave my hat on, and I'm really sorry I have a really big head.
But it's really cold here. Like it's negatives.
Is. Well, I think when I got here it was 0.
Oh, look at us moving on up in the world. It's
so,
0.
My next one.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Is from Personalized Design. We showed last time. Like she gave these to us. We got to pick it out what we wanted. And here's my finish. I really think I should have fully finished it. I just don't have time right now. And
you mean type the around the outside?
Well, I'm gonna do a little bit different. I've decided I need to buy more. Well, a lot of this runs all together, but I just wanted to do like a
border.
I want to do a fabric border.
That'll be cute.
Of course, I'll have to, because I don't know, somehow I got off on the count, so I'll take a little bit more off this side than I will on this side. But
that's no big deal.
I want to do those fancy stitches that she tells you should do. I think that it looks like really snappy. And I thought I would do green since I am a Slytherin. But
you're a Slytherin?
Jenny, I'm either a Slytherin or a Gryffindor. I know.
That's funny. I'm a Ravenclaw.
But remember,
Super rainy.
most people think Slytherin's bad. It's not.
Are your FOs done? Do you have any more? No, you don't. Ah. We could not remember for the life of us 20 minutes ago if we did this.
We may or may not have done
may
it.
Not have shared.
But this is going to be my rant, maybe. I'll show you guys in a minute. You'll hear this. I really had every intention to finish this. My rant just came. Yeah, it's a rant. Just came yesterday. And you guys will understand what my rant is. So I'm really, really excited to finish this.
So, will you open this, please? This was her Christmas present, but I wanted to do it because I was hoping to do it at the same time as you had that finished.
Oh. Thank you, Jenny. Harry Potter.
What's she thinking?
He got a sock.
I know you wore smart wool socks, but I thought those would be fun in your sock drawer. But it's your little guy that you just stitched, so.
Thank you, Jenny. And a Boston.
So this is my dog nephew.
But mine's not that cute.
Yes, he is.
We love him.
He's adorable. So.
Thank you, Jenny.
So the present she gave me for Christmas, or us for Christmas, we're about to chow down on this afternoon. We got a big piece of meat from the local butcher here. So Sackett's here in town. I'm not a huge meat eater, but they'll convert you. All right, so those are FOs. Let's do our whips. What do you got?
I just have my gobble couple. I need to give a good, huge shout out to my friend Julie Bougie because she saved my bacon.
Oh, yeah, look at your gobble couple. This one's super cute.
This is Cupid by Classic Colorworks. And this should be like an easy color. I don't think, like, it shouldn't be in big demand.
But apparently it's in high demand. Everyone's out.
Well, everyone's out and it's a flippin' holiday. So I called 3 shops. I'm like, really? And it's not theirs. They get a family break, but
I think, yeah.
The only shop that would send it to me was going to send me $5 in shipping. I'm like, it's $2.50 for $5 in shipping? And I get it. Don't get me, I'm not really...
You got to put your floss. And so, but Vernetta was out, right?
Well, see, this is a Nancy story. When I went out to Vernetta's, I was thinking it was weeks.
Oh, you didn't look in all the right places.
So maybe I'll have time on Monday to stop by and see, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to stop by on Monday because I have a doctor's appointment and I can see if you got one. I know you're going to just give one back to Julie, but at least...
Will you pick me up 3, please?
I got to make a note, though.
But thank you. And if not, I'll definitely order it. But yeah, so I was going to show you I haven't even done that. Whoops.
But you show your stitch there, sis.
I was showing my rant.
So this is the Gobble Couple Gobble Claws. What are they called? Carol and Nick.
Carol and Nick.
Gobble
Look,
Claws.
guys, I did it on a hoop. What I don't like about a hoop is I cannot and remember we're beginner stitchers, so I can't stay on top when I have a hoop.
Most people I don't think do. I think you got to kind of manipulate it because you got to have that freedom to work the needle. In my limited number of experiences working on
So this is where I'm at. She's done. And this is another Nancy thing. Because I didn't do a true floss toss, her hat and her skin color are close. And when you're close, you can really you can see the difference. But like when you're back here, don't know what we're looking at. But
how come as a sewer you don't use the tape and not the serge or not the zigzag?
Laziness.
Okay, that's fair.
So some days when you just want to start, you know, you're like, I just don't want to start. And this takes like seconds. Not this only doesn't take seconds.
I was going to say to run a zigzag around.
That's my excuse.
I don't know. Minute. All right, so one of my first whip is, this is my personal design. It's my Princess Leia stitch. And so this was literally about 2 hours of stitching. I did Star Wars yesterday, and I did the motif in her hair this morning. So it literally is taking no time at all, and they're fun. They're so fun. I ordered 2 more.
I was just going through that, thinking that's what I should do with my
I thought it would just be fun just to get a couple more. And I don't know that I'm going to finish it exactly how because I don't know that I use it as a bookmarker, but I definitely think I'd put her like somewhere back here because she's missing.
Oh, like one of those trifold things? Is
Yeah.
that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have lotion in here?
No, I do not have lotion
we're
in
good.
here. I have lotion in my bedroom. That was just right next door. So what do you got? Is that all you had?
That is it.
For your whips?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So my last whip is my Quaker, formerly known as my Quaker, and I am having so much fun doing this. I can't seem to stop right now, which is going to be a problem here in a minute. But
oh, you're almost done, Jenny.
so Nancy said she had to stitch this thing like 60 times or however many times.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. I haven't had to do that yet. I've only had to taken out one little stitch here or there on this motif.
Ooh, let's do a full thing.
But
Back up.
this thing is going to be huge. So this is pages like 1, 2, and 3, and then there's still 4, 5, and 6 to go down here.
But these are almost half pages down here.
Yeah, these are half pages down here. But this thing is going to be pretty big.
That's very nice, Jenny. Very nice.
But when I look at yours and I see the color, because you did yours on the called for Marty.
I did.
I did mine on Stormy Night, and so it's kind of light. But it's.
But with a black frame, it's just gonna pop.
It's probably gonna be okay.
I told you I went to the secondhand store quite a while ago when we very first started, when we had like a yard of it still. And I have a picture frame that I'm going to spray paint, and it will change it to the black because it's just a natural wood, and it's just textured a little bit.
Do you want black? Because yours is dark, so we'd have dark and dark. Maybe you should think about.
Don't burst my bubble, Jenny.
I'm just saying, keep your options open.
But I was going to spray paint it, but I think it's going to be perfect though, just because it is just a little, like there's just a little bit of texture going down it. You don't know what it is, but maybe in like 5, 6, 7 years.
We're going to be done.
Let's put a goal before 10 years. 10 years, Jenny.
We'll be done before that. All right, so should we talk about WIPGO? So I drove the bandwagon. I did. I figured let's just bite the bullet and do it. I was watching. I secretly was watching the Facebook group, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to stick to what I want. And I don't know. I thought, let me just try. So I came back here. I didn't come back here. I went out there with all my stitching, and the dog was asleep. I had it all laid out, and I thought I got a good 45 minutes. I don't think anything ever just takes the time I think it does. It takes a long time. Anyways, at some point in time, he woke up, and I didn't have him. It was before we got the baby playpen. And
it takes up their whole living room or their TV. I don't know what Jenny's house is, but her TV watching area.
We felt like he should have room to roam, but there's so many things with cords, and we haven't had to have baby-proof a house or dog-proof a house in like years. Anyways, there we were, 14 years at least. He's wonderful, but he's a ball of energy, and he likes to chew, and we need a safe place for him. But anyway, so I laid all my stuff out, and next thing I know, he's awake, and he's got one of my project bags, and he's across the floor, and he's gone. I was just like, get the dog! Anyways, Jack. For those of you who know about The Incredibles, that's my dog, Jack. And then he just falls over and goes to sleep. I'm like, I don't understand, but that's what he's got going on right now. All right, so WIPGO boards.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I know. I just messed up. You talk. You go.
All right, Nancy's attention span's short today.
Well, maybe I have ADHD.
So both of our children in college got diagnosed with ADHD in college. Like
at
this
20.
year. At the age of 20.
So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I should have taken a better picture because this is still at the glue stage. This is McKenna's fully finished.
So we'll add that to the end too.
Yeah. And this is, I'm going to show you a picture of Kenna. And this is not the best picture, but this is her, and she was very, very proud of it. You want to know how funny we had to do? But you're not going to be able to see it. But
she made a novice mistake.
I told her to mark the middle, but in all fairness, I did not tell her that that's her back. So she has a great big pencil mark right in the smack dab middle. So we come up with a little bumblebee, and you can't even see it. It's amazing.
In all fairness, my sister sends both my son and her daughter. She's like, "You're gonna cross stitch," and they're like, "Yes," and they've all taken to it. But to offer that, Kenna's first attempt, because this is her first like solo get started project. And we walked her through it over the phone.
No. She did her blood thing.
Oh yeah, she did the blood thing.
Yeah. This is her second one. But she did everything by herself. Like she was down in Pueblo, we're up here.
Right. And so her stitches, the X's don't all, but because she was making a novice mistake, like we all do, right? Like I still make lots of them. But I just thought, I was really proud of her to do it. But she's like, I can't figure out how to make the stitches all go in the same way. Because instead of skipping a row, you know, like when you started your X, she was starting it right at the bottom of the very next row. And once she figured that out, she was like on it.
But actually, it looks really good because these are all animals. So it kind of looks like a little fur.
Yeah,
like, you know how animals.
Fur.
Yeah.
I thought
it is really cute.
I didn't realize
she almost forgot about that. Darn it.
All right, so our WIPGO boards.
Kenna?
Yes, baby girl, you did a great job. All right, so WIPGO. Let's show our boards.
This is still in the floppy copy stages.
I'm just gonna stick with what I got.
So I'm not.
This is this book that Nancy gave me. Remember, like video 1 or 2, and so I keep all my projects and all my plans in here. So I put this at the back of it. I also took that. So those books, the book of 2022, like those are cool. I just don't know that I want to spend the money on that. So because I have this, so our financial advisor sent us this little desk calendar. And so I have just, I've taken to use it as, you know, how I'm going to track my stuff. But anyways, I think it's almost the same thing. It's just that I need to get some clips and get it bound so I don't lose any of my papers. But so the numbers called for WIPGO this year, for those of you, or this month, sorry, are 2 and 19.
And 2 and 19. So some of mine are actually starts.
Oh, mine are right underneath your knees. That basket right there. Sorry. So unorganized. I just need these 2 right here. These 3.
3?
Well, yeah, because I'll tell you about it in a minute. So you do. What's your number 2?
Number 2, I think. Oh no, that's my sheep. Yes, I have Ziploc bags.
She has Ziploc bags and a clipboard inside of a project bag. Very well organized.
Well, like anything, I got all the material. The day...
Don't shake it around. Now talk about it.
Gosh, you're bossy. The day that I roughly finished my WIPGO board, I ordered everything for that. Like anything, but this just happened to be the first one called. So this should be coming, so I'm going to get that done.
Do the fabric.
And the thread, because I didn't have any.
Where'd you order it from?
Dang it, Jenny.
It's okay. 1, 2, 3 stitch.
Everything
cross stitch.
So I have this one. I just found this one when I was at work.
What's the pattern?
Oh, that's right. No, it's a free one.
Oh, it's a free one. Oh,
yeah.
Who's your freebie from?
From Shepherd's Bush. So these are all my sheep.
So you're gonna do sheep dough bowls?
Well, that's my dough bowls. One of my months is sheep.
But what is your number 2 WIPGO? Sheep?
Sheep. Okay. Sheep for dough bowls.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I'm just gonna ignore her for a minute. This is gonna be one of those ones I want to finish. I'm gonna do this 2 ways. I'm gonna do it this way, and then I'm gonna do one of these little sheep for my dough bowls, and one more. And I didn't. Okay.
I thought we were gonna do these as our New Year's start, right?
Sure, we can do it either way.
I don't think I got mine kitted up there. Maybe
this was a free pattern. Who gave this to us, Jenny? One of you very nice viewers out there gave us a whole bunch, and I stole this one out of it.
Here, let me go back to the video where I really talk about it. Is it FlossTube number 2?
I think so. At the very beginning.
Well, that was Greta. She was our first Wyoming stitcher that we hung out with. Terry named our thing, our turkey trot. I don't know. We had great conversations back and forth with her.
We did. She gave us a whole bunch.
She gave us a bunch.
The nicest thing ever.
Yes. I just don't
remember. And one of you got one of those patterns from the Christmas thing.
Yep.
We will find it.
We will find her name.
Sorry.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Was there a Betty?
No, I don't think that was her name. Was it Denise? It was Denise, right?
Yep. Yeah. So
I knew it was a friend that I had.
we had a squirrel there for a second.
Anyways, we're paying those patterns forward, so we'll stitch on them and then we'll pay them forward. All right, so my WIPGO number 2.
This is 2.
Yeah, number 2 is my craft room. So I have started this 3 times. So this was when I first found these. They're by Just Another Button Company, and there's 2 birds, and I love them. So Feathering the Nest is the one that I picked specifically.
That is a fat bird.
I know, isn't he fabulous? And so this is my very first attempt at making floss drops. You see how big they are? We might have intermission. The puppy might get his nap.
Jack.
Oh, here he comes. Come. We've got baby gates up over all the doors so he can get in rooms.
Hi, Jack.
He's busy. Just get ready.
Hi, thank you for the kisses.
Come on, make your debut.
This
on
is Jack.
camera. So, this is my baby.
You want to go closer?
We'll put him up here and then we'll give him back to his dad so we can say hi. Say hi. I'm a Wyoming puppy. I got my cow pokes. Hey. Oh, he stinks like a puppy.
Oh, he smells so good though.
Oh, he smells like a puppy.
Oh, look, who's here?
Look,
Jack.
Daddy's over here.
Look.
Jack.
Say. Okay, well. Pardon the disruption.
He is so dang cute.
Let's go back to his daddy, see if we can do this without knocking anything over. Oh, I forgot there was coffee there.
That's okay, I'll hold on to it.
Come on, buddy.
Puppy tail.
All right, buddy.
Oh,
Hi, baby.
you got the business end of him.
All right, that's the terror. Call him the domestic terrorist. That was like day number 1. We were like, he's a domestic terrorist.
He's so dang cute though.
He is. So,
you were showing about this, and I started saying the fat bird.
Yeah, so he's super
actually
cute.
really cute.
And
I'm not a bird person, but he's really cute.
You can show the buttons because the pattern's on the inside. Anyways, I started it. I got 16 count Ada. I hated it. I wasn't brave enough to do it on the 28 count even weave. I probably could now because I'm going to do it on this. So remember last time...
Oh, you can remember what you... You have to put that closer.
Remember last time we talked about
there you go.
The fabric that I bought, and I bought it because I thought it was like the fox and rabbit linen, the parchment. Anyways, it's not. But this is Fabric Flare. It's one of their tie-dye effect ones. Anyways, I love it. I think it's going to be super fun on this bird. So a WIPGO is supposed to be something like you had a whip and you're going to start it.
No.
But it can be anything.
Yes.
And so I had started this thing a couple times, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on here. And I've got this one.
What's your goal? Is that like 10 days?
This one is my 4 days. So I did some 4 days, some 10 days, some 5 days. Just because I still want to work on my Quaker, and I still want to keep, my Christmas stitching going. So that's how I decided to tackle that.
I might steal that idea.
So that's my number 2. So what's your 19?
My 19 is my first Bisconia. Yep. I've always liked these things, and if they're wonderful, I'm gonna do it for my small, but it's only if it's wonderful. So
You're small for what?
For sure, StitchCon.
StitchCon. Ooh.
But
because that has to be 6x6, right? Or no, is that 5x5? One's 6x6 and one's 5x5. Because what our Secret Santa was 5x5 or 6x6?
Mine's done. I'm going with that.
So what is done?
My Secret Santa.
So, yeah, it's done.
I thought I don't know. So you might tell me I'm wrong. I thought it was like from the 27th to the 27th. So I have already started.
That's okay. Now it's truly a WIPGO starting today.
Oh well, I'm always a rule stretcher. So, but yeah, this is what I got done, and it's just on Ada 18 or is that 16?
I think it looks like 16.
Yep, 16. Just DMC. So
I'm excited about that. That'll be a fun. Oh, what are we gonna give with it? Because people make these big elaborate things.
Well, we can't tell them everything because I already know what I'm gonna give with it.
No one's gonna know. Then we're not gonna know because you got to decorate it, and because you're gonna decorate an ocean theme, right?
Well, Jenny, once again,
if it works.
If it works, because sometimes my sewing and my stitching is a little bit off.
Okay, so my other 2, my 19 is 10 days on a Halloween stitch. And keep in mind, I got a gazillion of these things started, nothing finished. So I called Nancy and I'm like, I can't find my Bats and Boo stitch. And no, that's a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. And Nancy's like, well, I can send you the pattern.
Well, it's free. I'm like, why doesn't it just print it out? But I was like trying to be supportive, and I'm like, okay, well.
It's my stitch I couldn't find. Anyways.
Well, you're almost done, Jenny.
Well, that's why I've got 10 days. So what I did is I picked this, and I picked another one that I had started. And this is my laundry room stitch that I never seem to get my little, oh, I don't even have it in here. So I can't even show you. Oh, boo. My bad planning.
Remember Jenny's laundry? It's the dirty laundry or the clean laundry that you're hanging.
Yeah. It's over there. So I took all of my stuff out of my project bags. I left the pattern, the chart, and the fabric, or not the chart and the
That's really cute. Did
DMC.
you make this one, Jenny?
I did.
It's very cute.
I made this little project bag. And it was some material that I had.
And look at it. This is Jenny. Look at even her grime guard this Halloween. Love that.
Remember, we're the bougie stitchers, and I thought I had to have all this stuff.
A personality as well.
And so I've got my needle minder and everything in there. But I took all my the stitches themselves out and put them in my my project rolls that I made.
Do you want to know what I did? So I have quite a few project bags as well, and this just reminded me. I put a needle minder in all my project bags so it doesn't look like I have quite as many.
Because her husband told her that she needed to back off.
Well, he's like, they're refrigerator magnets, Stacie. Yeah.
Anyways, so I've got two that I've got. I figured I'm going to do Bats and Boos first and try to get that knocked out, and then I would
Are you
work
going
on my laundry one.
do it like a pillow?
What, my laundry or my Bats and
This
Boos?
one.
Oh, I don't know yet.
Oh,
It says to finish stitching, not to fully finish.
we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that a lot in a minute. We'll probably
We do
forget.
that, remember? We'll forget though. I tried to write down everything we're going to talk about. All right, so those are WIPGO plans. So we've got 31 days to get those. No, so that one was a 10-day stitch for me. My Halloween's 10-day stitch on that. What is yours?
Mine is just 10 days, and I'm only going with an hour, like 10, like so that every one of these little
an
marks.
hour on your 10 days?
Well, yeah.
That sounds ridiculous. I think a day, like, because some days you get to stitch for 20 minutes, and some days you don't get to stitch for 5.
Well, maybe we'll
Just do a day instead of putting a limit on your day, or it can be a string. At least that many, a string on that day, at least. Look, we got a lot of stuff to get done between now and StitchCon. I don't know how you're gonna Just saying. And there's new stuff we're gonna start, because we can't commit.
Oh.
I've only been stitching a year. You should see my bin of stuff I have yet to get done. All right, so that's my WIPGO. All right, now what are we doing?
Plans.
Plans. Oh, yeah. I got some plans. I always have plans. Let's talk about our temperature charts. So I wasn't going to do this either, but my sister said, I'm going to do this temperature chart thing. And I went, I must do a temperature chart too.
And we talked a little bit about this last time, because I'm doing the library, which I did not bring because I know we're talking about it. But Jenny's doing the little
I'm doing the drinks.
The drinks.
So this is on Etsy. It's super cute. But this is my drink. And we never read the instructions to anything, because why would we? Like,
They're just optional.
They're optional. So she says to me, how are you going to rate your temperatures? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do the high or low. So last night, for whatever reason, this pattern is a record of the high temperatures of each day of the year, with each self representing a month.
It's right there, Jenny.
It's right here. January is on the top, and each drink representing a day. Right there in the instructions. No
Here's
guessing.
your sign.
Who's
that? Like, here's your sign.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
So I've decided I'm going to do mine on this. I think it's parchment. What is this one? Parchment? No, it's not parchment. I'm lying. It's vintage country mocha, 32 count. And
that seems to be a hot commodity right now.
I know. And this was honestly one I got at the local needlework shop in Virginia. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, to give them credit, it's in Alexandria, Virginia. They're a fun little store to go into. And I made a couple stops in there during COVID, and so they were really limited on the people they let in. Anyways, I thought they handled everything really well. But to offer that, this this is what I did. And so my temperature chart, and so, but there's a lot of thinking on this. And why is that? Because we get lots of weather here in Wyoming. So the lady who's charted it out, she's from Mississippi. And she's like, oh, I need like 5 colors every 4 degrees. And I'm like, perfect. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go look at the average temperature. The terror is back here. And so I said, So I went and looked. I'm not kidding you. I need like a gazillion. Because we go from negatives, like negative 30 to 107. That's the temperature here in Wyoming. And today, just to prove a point, negative 20 when we woke up. Now, I don't know what the high is, but the dog's begging to get in. So temperature chart, we're going to get that kitted up, and I'm just going to do mine. So I'll be off a day, so I'll stitch the second on the first. That's how I plan on doing it. It should be a quick stitch, so see, you guys have time to do that too. I know. All right, what else you got?
I really don't have a lot of plans.
So we got to get ready for the mini camp for the Colorado Cross Stitcher. She was going to start that in February, but she didn't talk about her plans.
But you know what? In all fairness, I haven't even done. I've ordered the no.
You didn't order yet?
No. For her last one, like the big one.
The sampler. You were going to do.
I was going to do
Barbara Anna's.
Yep. All guts. No.
Yeah,
all creatures great and small.
Yeah. And you didn't order it yet?
No. I ordered it. I just have done nothing with it.
Did you say you have it?
Of course I haven't.
Well, I didn't know if you'd gotten it yet, because remember that one company you ordered it from said it was back ordered. And
so I did find a company, and I really should remember what company I got it from. It's a PDF. I am not much into. I really do like the paper chart. I mean, not that I don't have an iPad. It's right here. And
then when you print them I don't think they print very well.
And I don't even mark off where I'm at, but I just really like. I guess I'm a texture person, so I like to.
You're a tactile person.
Tactile.
All right. So I'm going to keep up on Freaky Fridays. I think I'm just going to keep my Quaker downstairs and just stitch on Friday when we do movie night. And then we need to think about our smalls exchange. But you already kind of have a plan. I'm all over the place. So I don't know who's going to get whatever I'm stitching, because I'm all over the place. I'm at Christmas. I'm at Halloween. I'm at summer bees. I don't know. Even I went through my patterns the other day when I had the Jack sprawled out in my lap as I was going through my WIPGO board. And I found 5 things I could do. So I don't know what we're doing. I'm a hot mess. All right, let's talk about giveaway really quick.
Okay.
All right, so we have some unclaimed things. So what we thought we would do, just to keep things so I don't have a pile in my room, because I can't stand piles, we're going to go 2 videos. So, for instance, on our FlossTube number 10, we gave away the project bags and things. So, we're going to go ahead and give away the unclaimed one this time. And so if you want the green mustache bag, it went unclaimed, and we waited 2 videos. And so we're going to redraw for that one. So you have to go back to FlossTube number 10. This is 12. You got to go back to 10, and you got to talk about the color green. Now, if you've already left a comment and you want green, we're just going to draw from that on the 15th. So if you're new and you've just discovered us and you want one of our floss bags, or project bags with some stuff, go back to FlossTube number 10, and you have to use the word green. So this week, we've got a couple things we wanted to give away. One, Fabric Flare sent this pattern. It is the Blazing Dragon. So since it's a new year, we thought we'd do in with a blaze. So if you use the word dragon, we will send this one to you. So if you want this one, it's dragon.
Maybe put it a little closer so.
It's a pretty stitch, but I just don't know that I'd stitch a dragon. And the other one, we talked about this a long time ago. Mom cleaned out her craft room. And this is Noah's Ark. And we know quite a few people who love to do Noah's Arks, and they're all over the place. Niecy Lynn.
This is an older one as well.
Yeah, this is an older one. So Niecy Lynn does a lot of Ark stuff. Lockaby Stitches. She does a lot of Ark stuff. Noah's Ark. And so we just thought we would, because we were talking about dough bowls, Nancy and I were earlier, so we're going to ask you to use the word dough bowl, and it's DOUGH, like bread dough bowl.
Because you guys are going to be picking out my May.
BOWL. So we would like suggestions on what Nancy should put for her May dough bowl. And we want to tell her what you've got for the other months, so people don't use those.
So this is my crazy plans. So for January, which is already done, I have an Arctic animal We showed that at the very beginning. They're all kitted, probably ready to put Christmas up. February, I'm going to do Harry Potter. March, I'm going to do an Irish shamrock thing because we were Irish and a little bit of French.
We're also British.
Yeah, we're a lot of things. We're just like
We're Americans.
57s like
We are
everybody
true
else.
Americans.
April, I'm going to do sheep. But,
May is blank.
yep, May is blank.
And I said, oh, you should do dogs. Oh, you should do flowers. Oh, you could do birds. And she was like, no.
I'm going to be 100%
no.
honest with you. I really don't like birds. So please, if you guys pick, if birds win, I will do them. Because they poop on everything. June, I have Bigfoot. July, I have 4th of July Americana. August, I have trees because I do love trees. September, I have fall. October, I have Halloween. November, I have turkeys. And December, I have manger.
Which she's already got the baby done.
Yeah. So I just don't really know what to do with. Not that these aren't all great ideas that Jenny has, but.
All right, so we need ideas for Nancy's dough bowl.
So you guys are going to help me out on
If
that.
you want the arc, I mean, you can give suggestions too and just not put dough bowl down. But we would love suggestions, so that's the comment this time. Now let's talk about our haul. Whew! I don't have quite as much haul as I did last time.
I have quite a bit of haul.
All right, well, I'll start.
Okay.
All right, so I got my fat.
Oh, hey, stop. We gained a sister-in-law
We did gain
And
a
a niece.
sister-in-law and a niece.
and Wilson.
William.
It starts with a W.
It's William.
Okay, William. Yeah. And this is Tika. I don't know, Tika and Ruger. I have to look at them. This is Ruger. Yeah.
So my brother, we talked about how excited we were, and so I don't think they really watch this. My brother says he watches it, but then he doesn't pay attention, which is probably parkour for my brother.
You might miss us, our voices.
I know.
I'm
He-
sorry.
Anyways, so they tied the knot, and we're so super excited, and so we have a sister-in-law
They are way up north
in Alaska.
in Alaska. North.
Not far
to
north in Alaska. They're
Go
in
north
Wasilla, but
direction
anyways.
on.
All right, so Fat Quarter
Sorry,
Shop.
now we're back on track.
Quarterly Stitch Quarterly came out. Super cute. I am in love with some of it. Some of it I could take or leave it. But I mean, that's the thing about it is that you don't know what you're getting, right? Those are mystery boxes. But this is the pattern.
That's cute.
And I'm kind of excited about this one. I also like the Santa from last year, so I think I might order that one. They send the floss with it. I don't really know what that is.
I'm trying to figure this out. It's a wand. It's floss berry
what does it
wand.
say?
Removes stray
Floss
floss.
with the wave of this one. All right.
Ooh,
and
like,
then-
try it out.
probably not. But and then they did their thread bobbins. This
Oh,
is
that's
the
dang cute.
this is the fabric. Again, I'm not really into the blue.
But it has shimmer on it. It has blue
does.
shimmer on it.
So but anyways, it's super cute, and they send a needle and a needle minder.
Needle minder.
And I think it's really reasonably priced, and I think it's doable. Like if you're, and then you can take this apart and stitch what you want to stitch, and what you don't want to stitch, just pass it on. So, but anyways, Fat Quarter Shop, I got that one in the mail. And what else? What else you got? Sister?
Well, McKenna gave me these for Christmas.
Are those those shiny ones with a
Yeah.
opalescent? What is it?
Rainbow gloss is what it says,
Oh, very
embroidery.
good,
But
very good.
we all use new scissors.
Yes.
Are you done?
No, I have more, but you can keep going.
Oh. So I jumped on the bandwagon, except for I don't have them all. I got the M&M skin conversion. This is silk, isn't it?
Looks like it. Let me feel. Oh yeah, it's silk.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And they are, I don't even know how to show this. These are beautiful. And I got two more, except for I must have, who knows what I did with them.
Nancy's getting close to her infusion, which is Monday, so she's a little scatterbrained more than ever.
Oh, hold on, I want to talk about all that together.
Okay, well, you sort through. I'll pull another
I
one
did get
out.
a lot, guys.
What is this one? Oh, that's my mail. Oh, here's my haul. So I ran into Hobby Lobby, not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was going to run in. I went into Hobby Lobby. We were in Rapid City for something, and I had to pick this up. So I got these flowers. I was looking for something else. I got this gingham. I don't know what I need it for. And I'm gonna use these as stitch counters, because sometimes I have no idea. I just have
No,
to...
Jenny, you need to get a stitch counter like I have. Like it's 2 needles and it has like a
little connector.
Yeah.
Oh well. I start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I do a stitch and I'm like, oh, I don't know what stitch that was. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, and I just because I'm stitching when I'm tired. And so I thought maybe marking where the 10 mark is, and then I could just, that would be helpful. All right, what else we got?
Stacie from, help me. She was your friend.
Stacie Clark.
Yep, she sent me a beautiful Christmas gift.
Wow.
Oh, I'm not done. A pattern.
Oh, let me see the pattern.
I was really taken back.
Oh, I like that.
Some DMCs and a sticker. I was like totally shocked that she
nice.
thought of me.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
So when I was at Keepsakes, there was this pattern on the wall, and I had no idea. Oh, hang on. I get to do this first, and then we'll hold that thought. You won't remember, will you?
No, I will.
Okay. So Pam stitched the sampler from Just Keep Stitching. She stitched the sampler to this. Abraham Lincoln is my man. Like, he did a lot of things. In fact, he did things that he wasn't even authorized to do as president in order to free the slaves, which I think should have been done, and I agree with all. But he declared war, and he didn't have the authority to do that. Anyways, I think when I was in the military, I really believed in his principles of leadership, and I didn't make my officers. I asked my officers to read that book, and so.
Have you read Lincoln's Melancholy?
I've read that one. Okay, well, I got a new book to read. But so this is, I think I'm going to start this. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I've got it, and I'm going to stitch it on small, like
a 40?
Maybe.
Are you going to take it apart, or are you going to do the whole thing?
I'm going to do the whole thing. So this is the same one. This Silver Creek Samplers is the Christmas list that I did, and I'm stitching it like on 14, and it's like going to be bigger than the world. And so, but I thought this would be a nice one to have up spring and summertime in my house. So I got that in the mail. All right, and then I got some presents, so go ahead.
Okay, I still have a lot of haul. I didn't realize I had that much haul. I'm part of the Color and Cotton.
Yeah.
And these are the colors we got for December.
Our Fat Quarter one shipped too.
I saw that.
But we don't get mail today because
it takes forever to get mail in Wyoming.
It does
You just say
sometimes.
okay.
you just accept it and move on. Is that from Lady Dot?
No. Oh, okay, so that's another thing. It's from Colorado Cross Stitcher.
I watched her. Okay, so Sherry, I have to admit, I watched a video 3 times today. Why? Because we got a new puppy and I was not falling back asleep, so I turned it on and I fell asleep. And then I turned it on again and I fell back asleep because we've had potty breaks, right? In negative 20-degree weather. I did finally get it watched fully through about 10
I have
o'clock
not
this morning.
watched it. I have it started though to watch it. So these are my finishes. See, this is kind of a plan, Jenny. These are for my Harry Potter ones. I'll show you. So this is the blue. This is just for the finishes for my small double green. And for, what are you doing?
I'm looking at your...
This is for...
Whipping it around in front of the
Yeah,
camera.
it'll
It's going to
maybe
make
help
somebody
me.
sick.
Close your eyes.
See what we put up with?
Who's the yellow house? Ravenclaw. Slytherin's green.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor red.
Ravenclaw.
Hufflepuff. This is what I knew I was going to get eventually. And then...
Sorry. Oh, but you know what's coming on tonight?
Some people have already watched it.
Oh, we're watching it tonight. Harry Potter reunion.
Yeah, can we watch it before Nancy leaves? That'd be great.
Well, I don't think so. We're having dinner.
And some more stuff.
No, that's Lady Dot.
Yeah, but I ordered it all from...
Yeah, so she carries
Sherry,
Lady Dot.
yeah.
Yeah, so call the Colorado Cross
It's called
Stitcher
Jack.
if you need something. She probably has it.
And she always sends a little freebie. I think this is a little sticker.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm not done yet.
All right, well, I'm going to go.
Oh, wait. Go.
So for Christmas, my husband is the best. He's such a great enabler. I got this one, Lizzie Kate. I got another Lizzie Kate. I got my little chicken for my kitchen dough bowl for spring. I got these Bent Creek birds. I love them. I got for my laundry room.
Oh, and I got this one. Hold on.
Hands on design.
I just got it. You're not following the penny. Go ahead.
You just got it too?
I just took it from your pile.
Shut up. And so I'm going to start this with one of our stitchers. I didn't ask her if I could talk about it. But anyways, on the 15th of January, I'm going to start gathering and we're going to do a stitch along. So if you want to follow us along, we'll probably Instagram a hashtag and we'll talk more about that on the 15th. But if you want to do it, it's Gather with Grateful Hearts by Plum Street.
Oh, look at that workhorse in there. That's really pretty.
I know, isn't it gorgeous? Super excited.
I should do that for my husband.
Oh, you should do the horse.
Okay.
For a horse, of course, so that was Mr. Ed. All right, so I did that. What else we got? Oh, we got some Christmas presents. Oh, we got some mail. All right, that's where I'm at. Christmas present and mail. What is that? I can't see. That is funny.
Yeah. That's a purchase. I just love Harry Potter. Okay, so I have a rant before we...
All right.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Remember this? This is what I want to finish. And I know totally how I want it finished. I'm going to take it on, and you guys take those little tiny threads and make it kind of like a rug. I want to do that. I got these. And I don't know how the heck I got 10 of them. I wanted one. But because I ordered so many, I think she gave me some freebies in there. And I thought this would be perfect for your temperature gauge.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
I might give it to you.
I'll get it.
Here is my rant. Oh, sorry. And I was going to run ribbon like here and here and then put the triangle here. Except for this is my rant. Do you guys know what the heck it is? Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's like spells and potions.
It is, but you have to sit there and figure that out. I mean, it is.
Well, yeah, because it's a small picture. Like you can, unless you wanted your ribbon to be this big.
But to make it better, so I'm not like being like a negative Nancy, they do have these little feet on the back. So I thought I'll do something with them. But I just got it yesterday. That's not this company's fault. The only thing I did not like about this company is they kept saying, hey, you know, please put a comment on there. And I tried to be positive. I hadn't even gotten it yet, but I had to do it on the 28th. I'm like,
usually you don't have to leave it on Etsy. You don't leave a comment until you get it.
They kept saying, you have to do it. You have to do it by the 28th. Then I'm like, oh, okay, fine. I will. So I was negative on that.
Oh.
But I even told them why I was negative.
Well, so however you're going to decide to finish it, we probably got enough stuff here between the two of us to...
I know, but you ever have that idea in your head and you're like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, that's
this is
why
great.
You have to have a stash.
That's my negative.
Have a
Negative
stash.
Nancy.
You have to have a stash.
I was so mad.
All right, are you done with your haul? Because I got some mail. Mail. All right, so in the mail, I'm a firm believer that you should find a guild. You should find a group. There are virtual guilds, there are local guilds, but I'm part of the American Quilters. I've got a 2-year subscription to this, which means I'm American Quilter Guild. And then I did get the Just Cross Stitch magazine. There's a couple things that are cute in there. But I did get that. I am also going, we'll talk about that during the Quilt Chicks. I got a Christmas present. My coworker, she makes me giggle. She bought me this as a little bag to carry things in.
Cute.
I thought it was cute. She's like, remember, you know how to swear. She's so sweet. I'm like, I sure do. And we got mail.
I don't think you showed me this one.
No, because we got them in the mail after I got back. From Daleen.
Thank you, Daleen.
And so
Oh, did you even see it? There's a little sleigh.
Yeah. Cover addresses.
From the U.S. Post Office.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So we got mail and
okay, this is a funny. When Jenny showed me this, I'm like, why is Jenny getting mail and not me? That's not true. Yeah, my name's right on here. So I had to eat some crow on
You
that.
got mail. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love getting mail. No one mails us things. And remember I said I sat next to a lady on the plane and she was coming in from Israel and her little girls were exhausted. She had 2 under the age of 2 and she was pregnant, so she had a lot going on. But I got to spend some quality time on a very long flight from Chicago to Denver. And so she sent me this.
Oh, what is it, Jenny?
It's a Kleenex thing.
Oh, nice.
So, but I think you could like whip these up in a hot minute. Like looks very simple. If you are a crafter, the pattern is. But what an awesome gift! Like right, it is.
What a nice gift too.
2 squares and some buttons, and
What is it? A 10 by 10?
I guess I don't know. I'd have to say, but I mean, it would have to be big enough to fit over whatever your little things. So these are from Israel. They're little Kleenex. All I loved when I was in London is there was rose smelling Kleenex and it had lavender. Oh my gosh, I just wanted to blow my nose just so I could smell it. Anyway, so but her name was Julie. That is not her Hebrew name. Her name, but she goes by Chef Ra on Instagram. So Ra as in RAW. And so
So is she a crafter too?
well, she's a chef. Anyways, her mom and I are chatting. She has no idea I'm a bougie stitcher, but her mom and I are chatting, and I just thought I'd give a quick
How
shout out.
nice.
I know, I thought that was really sweet.
I love little things like that.
So I got that in the mail. And my last thing I got in the mail, this is my mail bag, is I won something. I never win. And honestly, I don't try to win, because, we're bougie stitchers, and I think that we should be giving and not taking.
I kind of have a different opinion on that because if I sign up, I'm never going to win. When I say never, I've won one thing my entire life. So I always thought, I'll sign up and someone else can win.
So
it betters their odds.
I was really sad that I did not get the pumpkin. The pumpkin that Kathy from Hands On Design did. And that's not her fault, but she sent me this. So just for the button company,
You have to get closer. Those are really cute.
she was supposed to give away these buttons at one point in time to go with her Santas, I think. And she forgot, and she found them in a package. So
nice.
oh yeah, because they go on the bottom of these. So you had to tell her which Santa you like best in her mystery Santas. And I've been thinking about doing these. Again, we're new to the bandwagon. We didn't know about last year Christmas. I didn't know but these have been, I watched, who from the Sunshine Stitchers stitched them?
Oh, Sheila.
Sheila. Anyways, I must have fallen in love with them as she was stitching them. So this is the one that reminds me of my husband, because his favorite Christmas song is A Mistress for Christmas. I'm not kidding you.
He has a mistress though.
He does. It's his Jeep. But to say that, and she sent in another one too. She sent 2. She sent this one. And she sent, I don't know if this is a freebie or not, so I won't show, but she sent that one too.
Nice. And
I know, right? And she sent floss drops. How cool. So I know Kathy probably does not watch us, but I'm a huge fan, big fan girl here. And when she said, hey, you won, I was like, I won. I didn't think I was trying to win, but it was pretty awesome. So thank you, Kathy.
very nice.
Very excited about that. So I got this all kitted up, and I'm going to send her some more floss drops as a thank you for a thank you.
Nice.
Anyways, I enjoy watching her. Mr. HOD comes on, and they hang out and they make cocktails and share recipes, and so.
And they're big Special Olympic supporters.
They
so.
are. That's why I still love the pumpkin, because we are too. But all right, that's what we got.
But we're not done.
We're not done. Oh my gosh, we're an hour and 3 minutes. We haven't seen you in 3 weeks though, so
Yeah.
bear with us. We're getting towards the end.
So are we going right here?
Yeah,
BFF.
our BFF.
We have to come up with some awesome intro to that.
Yeah.
Because these people are really neat, and we really do appreciate them.
So our BFF this week is Michele from Penny's Daughters Shares with an S. I think she's relatively new. I think she started FlossTubing about the same time.
About the same time, because I think we have the same number out, or just maybe.
Or she may have
we
more.
have a couple more because.
Do we? I think we're about the same now. Anyways, does not matter. If you just, she's the kindest woman. Like,
Yes, Oh, I have a funny on that too. Go ahead.
And so she sent us the pennies pulls that we showed last time, but we just wanted to be able to let you know that please pop over to her channel and check her out. Like, her stitching is gorgeous. Her positive, upbeat attitude is contagious. So I don't know. If I were you and you had a spare little bit of time, go on, pop in, watch a couple of her videos, give her a like and a share.
And she's easy to listen to, at least for my ears.
Easy to listen to. She's not, and you know, she's very positive. I just really have enjoyed, and she's on Instagram too. I've enjoyed spending some time chatting back and forth.
I've got to get better at Instagram.
It's like Facebook, only not so.
So, Michele gave us penny pulls that we shared last time, and my oldest is like, I really like that. I'm like, put it down, keep your hands off of it. And I'm usually a pretty good giver, but I was not going to give that away. And then sadly I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Probably Michele would want me to give that away because I mean she gave it to me, and you know the penny is like her mom's is his penny, and every time she finds a penny it's her mom thinking of her. And I thought, you know, that was really, I actually felt bad. I've not given it to Emma yet, but
well, now you have to because you just said
I don't have to do anything.
We'll report next time. Emma will have it, I bet. All right, let's talk about Quilt Chicks. So, like WIPGO, our Quilt Chicks have an annual challenge. And so, I put mine over there. Anyways, we had to pick 10, it's 10 projects, right? 10 or 12?
I don't know. I should know.
It's 10. I think because
it's every other month.
Okay, well, however many projects you had to have, you have to write them down, and you put $10 in, right? $20 in. No, $10 in. You'll get six projects.
Well, we'll get it all together.
Okay, $10, 6 projects. And if you get your project done, like your goal, and you set your own goal, so let's not act like, you know, you got to get like 6 quilts done. Mm-hmm. Like you set your goal. It could be a table runner. It could be whatever.
Or it could be tops like I
shown. Tops, or you could, you know, like I think 3 of mine are actually quilted because I've got the tops done and they're just sitting folded up in the closet. And I want to get them quilted so we can start using them. So anyways, and if you meet the challenge, whatever your challenge you pick, because I draw a number, there's 6 of them, you get $1 back. And then at the end.
So it's $10. So right. 6 goes into that you get back $1 and the rest goes into the pot.
And the rest goes in and 4 goes into the pot.
It's really actually kind of funny because these ladies are hilarious. They always like come up with like, oh, I just wanted to donate that to you guys, or you know, they just say something funny every time when they don't get their challenge done.
I'm just going to donate that this month. Anyways, my first year, I'm excited. And so we turn those in on the 15th. And again, I'm going to, being from Wyoming, you should, if you're a Wyoming stitcher, the northeast region of the Wyoming State Quilters Guild is, they're going to host here in Sheridan. So I think though a bunch of the Quilt Chicks will be up here, and we're going to host dinner at my house. I've invited everybody.
She invited everybody, people she didn't even know.
Yeah, just come eat dinner at my house. My husband's an amazing cook.
He is. And
so, anyways, registered for that. And, I was going to tell a funny on your... the Nancy. So this is Nancy last year. I wasn't here. I didn't know about this challenge. She's like, it's January. She's like, I got to get my challenges done. Keep in mind, there's 6 of them, and you get all year to do them. Not Nancy. Nancy had them all done in January because when Nancy's like, I don't have a deadline, she just does the deadline.
So, because I hate to lose. Now, I don't mind losing it if I did everything, you know, like if we played a good game or whatever, but otherwise, I hate to lose.
$1. She's losing $1.
Yeah, well.
Oh, and Amy, part of the Quilt Chicks, part of that gang that we hang out with, gave me a present too.
You should open that real quick.
Oh, okay, I'll open it. Well, are you going to get our thing up?
Yeah.
The Wheel of Doom. It's there somewhere. Oh, already I'm loving it. Because I thoroughly decorate my house, and so I put these will go in my kitchen. I love it. Oh, there's a lot in here.
There is.
Oh, I was so giving her a hard time, and she made one for me. Look at this. It's amazing. So.
Wait till it's like a whole new gift inside.
Oh, yeah. So you got your threader and a needle.
So we got together on Tuesday, and Julie had one of these, and I'm like, man, that would be really cool because I had not opened my gift yet. And when I got home, and I'm glad I didn't say anything because normally I run my mouth, like, you know, there it was there. So some neat little pins.
These things are little lifesavers.
Some clips. With some
Wonder
fancy
clips.
Some more
More
pins.
This is, Amy, this is beautiful. I love this. Totally love this. I have a gift for you guys too, but I'm going to bring them on the 15th. Oh, man. We were at our quilt retreat, and I kept telling her, I'm like, I want one of those. I want one of those.
My husband is actually using mine.
Yeah. Is that not brilliant? While you're sewing, you can...
And your iPad stays on them too?
I love you. I love it. I love it. All right. Thank you, Amy, so much.
Okay.
All right.
Wheel of Doom.
What is it? I cleaned it up a little bit. I got to add all those cushions people gave us. Ooh, what's a bad habit?
Bad habit.
I bite my fingernails. I hate it. I have done it forever. And every once in a while, I get my fingernails all around and I'm really proud of myself. And then for whatever reason, I bite one. And it's only like a couple that I bite. I don't bite them all, but.
I used to bite my fingernails, and this is huge for me. And I can't tell you why I stopped, but I did. My Emma bites her fingernails, and one of your kids do too, don't they?
True.
Yep. Maybe it's hereditary.
Maybe it's.
Let's blame it on our parents.
Grandmother. No, our grandmother bit her fingernails. Mimi bit her fingernails.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they were bad too. Bad. What's your bad habit?
My bad habit goes on and on and on. Probably my worst bad. Gosh, I really don't know, you guys. I'm feeling like I'm a bad person now.
No.
I don't fold laundry very well.
No, she doesn't fold laundry at all. Her husband's always like, Nancy, get your laundry out of the dryer.
I wash them and I dry them, and those laundry baskets are like heaping and heaping and heaping. That's
a bad habit.
yeah. I'm gonna go.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, and it's easy. I don't know what my hang up is, but I obviously have a pretty big one because I know when I get home I'll be folding laundry to do this week's laundry.
Not me. That dryer goes off, I'm folding it and I'm putting it away, and I'm like, so.
This is another quick thing, and I'm not going to show it all. Our friend Julie gave us this little pattern that we're going to throw in our giveaway thing. It is a Mary and a Joseph riding a donkey.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll, so our kind of thought process is we'll kind of start giving away some summer things here in the next couple of months. And then
I just want to say thank you before I...
And then in April and May, what we'll do is we'll get Christmas. And we'll start giving away some Christmas patterns because...
What's this one?
I'll show you in a second. So we'll just, so you can start, because some people do Christmas in July, so we'll get those patterns so that you can have them. So we'll put that in a little bit later here.
Okay.
So Terry Gore named our Turkeytrottersal for our gobble couple. Well, I posted a picture on Instagram if you're following me of the dog in her gate, and she's got this, I think it's a standard poodle or Labrador poodle. Anyways, it's a very big dog. Her little Bobbie gate ended up going around her tree. So I just thought it was funny that we had that connection still. So I just thought it was funny that she shared that, and it made me giggle.
Oh gosh, sometimes I remember things. Remember when I asked you about your pillow for your bats and booze?
Is that how she finished?
That's how she finished hers, and she actually keeps it in a chair behind her because she's so proud of it.
Oh,
I think it's a good idea.
I do remember seeing that video. Yeah, I've got it. So I wanted to share something. I don't know why I thought about it, but Nancy and I were talking about punch needle and how we were like, we shouldn't, are we going to do it? Are we not going to do it? So I just wanted to pull out. This was done by my Aunt Greta. And our Aunt Greta. She's ours too. But it was Bappa's, our grandfather's
aunt.
Right. I was like, I'm trying to remember. So she would be our great aunt. Our great Aunt Greta. So anyways, this was, and it is hung in my house, I think until
you moved?
Well, I didn't hang it up here. And I don't think I hung it up in Virginia, but and then I had to find it. I knew I had it. I just didn't know which box it was in. So I've got it. So I think I'm going to put it up in my craft room.
That's a good idea.
It's a punch needle. It's pretty cool. I don't know why. I don't think we still haven't convinced ourselves to do it, but I just thought I'd share.
Okay.
All right. So 2022, we're off to a great
Here we
start.
go.
And we just wanted to join you. We hadn't seen you in about 3 weeks. Holidays are over. We're back at it. And so we'll be back on the 15th, I guess, is our next scheduled FlossTube date.
But remember, we did put that clause in there that because of the weather.
I'm really hoping, though, to be in Gillette on the 15th because I'd like to go to Quilt Chicks. So maybe I have to figure out how to stay the night down there if it gets bad or whatever. But we'll figure it out. We do pack spare underwear in this weather. Like you always bring your change of clothes. All right, so from our family to yours, Happy New Year, and we will hope you get lots of stitching done in the next couple of weeks. For those of you doing WIPGO, get those boards ready and get started. And until then, we will...
And give yourself grace on that.
Give yourself some grace. That's my thing this year. I'm learning to be a civilian. I'm going to give myself that grace.
There you go.
All right. Until then, hit the button. See you soon. Oh, I know you're not recording yet.
Yes, I am. Oh, nope, nope.
Nope. Maybe focused closer.
So we have been this way. We have been this way. We have been...
It's a detail.
Are we straight?
Are we straight? Now we're close.
Close.
I had us far away last time. That's all right. No, we're still crooked. No one wants to look at us crooked.
Well, it's kind of how we think. So maybe that's like...
It's a good sign.
Nope, I think you're going to be worse.
I don't
Nice.
know. That's what I do.
All right, until next time.
Until next time, happy stitching.